Hello everyone and welcome to my little corner of the internet. My name is Myth and today I'll be sharing my top 5 tips for beginner artists. This is advice that can be applied to all artists regardless of medium. So it can work for digital artists and traditional ones and I don't know, if you're a sculptor, I guess. I don't know. This is advice that I wish I had when I was first starting out because it would have spared me from a lot of pain. But before we get into the video, please take all of this advice with a grain of salt. Just because I say it doesn't mean it's true. This is just what worked for me. It might not work for you. But before we get into the video, you know what we're doing. The art. The artist screen is a speed drawing of my beautiful, amazing, handsome, most cute boyfriend, Dwarfos. I will link his YouTube channel down below. Check it out if you're interested in all sorts of gameplays, okay? He does Minecraft, he does R6, he does Osu, he does all sorts of stuff. It's amazing, really. Here, I'm drawing him with his big glasses and amazing blue headphones. Enough about the art and the lovey-dovey couple stuff. Let's start with the tips. I'll list them all here for brevity's sake, and then I'll go into more detail. They'll also be up on screen for a few moments so that people can screenshot them and save them. So, tip number 1. Get the art supplies you can afford. Tip number 2. There's no paywall to good art lessons. Tip number 3. Start your drawings big, then go small. Tip number 4. Be nice to other artists. And tip number 5. Have fun. Let's start with tip number 1. Get the art supplies that you can afford. For the love of God and all things holy, you don't need good art supplies to make good art. There, I said it. I've seen plenty of beginner artists obsess over supplies. They want to know what pens, pencils, art programs, etc. someone uses. And they think that if they get the same art supplies, they'll be able to draw cool things just like their favorite artists. Listen, I used to be like that too, and I'm not gonna lie to you, good art supplies help. They give you more ease when drawing and help you produce higher quality work. But you don't need a 2000 year Cintiq to get started, or Copic markers for €5 a marker. Yes, Americans. We're talking about euros. Suck it. Learn the conversion rates like the rest of us. Anyways, when you're starting out, you need anything really, just something to get you started. So if you're gonna buy new supplies or programs or whatever the hell, get something within your budget. I'm not gonna give you a price range for that because I know that everybody's budget is different. So a 2000 year Cintiq might be expensive for me, but it might be cheap for you, in which case, please give me money. My Ko-fi is down below, please. Don't go into debt for art supplies. I know it's tempting, but don't do it. Now to tip number 2. There is no paywall to a good art education. So when I was just a wee little lad, starting out with art, I thought the best way to improve was to buy a course or a book, or, well, good art supplies really. But there are so many good free resources out there that would give you just as good advice. Disclaimer, this tip does not apply when I'm sponsored by Skillshare in the future. When that day comes, Skillshare is the best way to learn. Until that day comes, you can find incredible advice and amazing resources online for free. You just have to look for them. And I can even do a video sharing all the great resources I found. Just for you foxes. It's exclusive. If you're not subscribed, you can't see it. Subscribe now. Do it. I'm joking. Anyways, please don't waste your money. But with that being said, there is a great deal of stuff that it is worth it to pay for. Like, for example, I have a lot of good art books of like Pixar and Disney and all that jazz. And these have such beautiful artwork that makes them worth the price. So, that's enough with the monetary advice. Let's move on to some actual art advice. Tip number 3. Start your drawings big and then go small. What the hell do I mean by this? I mean that when beginner artists start a new piece, they usually draw a detail and try and build the entire artwork around it. For example, they'll draw like a super nice eye and then just try and like sculpt the face around the eye. Which is just, no. You end up with this marvelous eye that could be hung in the Louvre next to the Mona Lisa. And this face that looks like it was drawn by a 2-year-old. Actually, that's offensive to 2-year-olds. But here's the trick, my young little foxes. If you start with the big shapes of your drawing and slowly make your way to the small little details, your piece will look a lot more cohesive and put together. It's all gonna just flow well in the end. Now, tip number 4. Be nice to other artists. Yes, this is coming from me, a very big judgmental person. But I've learned this the hard way. Because when starting out, it's easy to be spiteful and compare yourself to other artists. I know, I've done that. It's easy to get all caught up believing that they're your competition. But unless you're like, I don't know, like a professional person interviewing for Disney or whatever, they're really not. Especially when you're a beginner. It's important to know that you and every newbie are in the same boat, and you can all help each other out. Also, it's always good to have artist friends. Who else is going to think that you aren't crazy after you spend all your money on art supplies? Yeah, just be nice with them, make friends, compliment their art, and don't give criticism when people haven't asked for it. By the way, I am asking for criticism on all of my pieces. It's time for tip number 5, and this is the most important tip of all time. Alright? And it doesn't just apply for newbies, it also applies for professionals. Like me and... well, nobody else is a pro except me, obviously. I've seen so many newbies and so many, like, even pros, honestly, get so stressed over the techniques and the supplies and, oh, how many followers do I have on Instagram, and oh, is this drawing gonna get any likes, and whatever, that they forget to have fun. If you don't have fun with art, if you don't enjoy drawing, it's going to be very difficult to keep going. That's because art is a very, very difficult thing, okay? It's a very hard thing to pursue. But if you have fun along the way, then suddenly it's easy. Suddenly it's child's play. Yeah, don't forget to, like, I don't know, draw that fan service, post the cringy drawing, do stuff even if it ruins the aesthetic of your perfectly good sketchbook. Alright, these are my top 5 tips for beginners. In case you forgot what they are, here's a little screenshot again, for you, just for you. I'd love to hear what you wish you knew as a beginner in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and comment down below with anything you might want to see except feet pics. I will not give you pictures of my feet. Stop asking. Seriously, stop. You can also find my art on my Instagram and Pinterest, both of which are linked down below. And if you'd like to support me, you can check out my Redbubble or Coffee. But I'm a tea drinker. Okay, shut up now. Give me coffee.